The thing I feel most connected to at CCJDS is the family aspect and how loving and supportive and connected everyone is to each other.
I've known most of my classmates since kindergarten, so they're kind of like siblings at this point.
We're all together. Everybody knows each other. We're all pretty close.
I'd say I'm really connected to people. You know, like I really do enjoy talking to people, sometimes too much, you know.
We know every kid, it's like not, every kid is not numbered between 300 others, it's like every kid is like our kid.
Okay, well we know this is a sight word, right?
The first thing that comes to mind for me when we talk about connections is definitely my teachers. They've helped me grow as a student, especially Mr. D.
I love my teachers. They're all very supportive and kind.
I like Mrs. Weisbaum.
Yeah, why?
Because she's so nice and sometimes she even lets us have parties.
This is such a special group. We started off the year together, so that was super helpful to start building relationships and connections.
I feel connected to the school because there's a lot of fun subjects.
School should be enjoyable, and I think a lot of the teachers bring that here. I know I try to, and I love coming to school every day. Every Sunday I don't go, oh no, work on Monday. I'm like, oh yes, what am I gonna teach them today?
The connections with the teachers are really good. Like with Miss O, I am much better at math than I was. I was really bad at math, but now I'm pretty good.
You know, I've always believed that, you have to get to know the students straight on day one. You have to try and figure out who they are as people, what kind of things they do outside of school. And if you start trying to just teach your curriculum straight away without knowing who's in your room, it just doesn't work.
I think the environment where the teachers care about the students as a whole person directly impacts the academic experience and the students' willingness to make mistakes, and that's how they learn.
You can come in and find your buddy.
Something that's really become an even more central part of our programming this year is our buddy program.
The relationships between older students and younger students is one of the really special things in a K-8 school.
We're buddies with the kindergarten. My buddy's Elle, she's super nice. She's like so bright and like she's just like so happy all the time. And it's like, she's a joy to be around.
It feels cool because I'm older and I used to look up to older kids that way, and to see someone else look up to me in the same way, it's nice.
We all are our better selves when we know that a younger person is watching what we're doing. So I think it has a very positive impact on the older students too. They want to step up and be good role models.
This connection between students, it's a gift.
Judaism is actually, I think it's a pretty fun religion. You have a lot of holidays.
My favorite ones are Pesach and Hanukkah, but I like Purim also.
We know the Purim story and the Passover story. Every year I learn more about my religion, and I feel really special about being able to go to a Jewish school.
I have really enjoyed tefillah. It's a time for me to take a breath, and I really get to connect with my Jewish identity, whereas I wasn't able to do that in the past.
Especially during silent prayer, I like to think about things that I'm grateful for.
My favorite thing about Shabbat is singing with my friends and celebrating with my friends at school.
Throughout the school, we are taught the history of the Jewish people so much, like Moses, all the stories.
Moses. We're talking about Moses a lot right now.
And it really shows you what a little piece you are in that story. And you might be an important piece. Like, you could be the new Moses. I doubt it, but you could. And you only are a small role until you act on it, and then you can grow into something better. You gotta work for your place in the world.
Every year, the 8th graders go on a trip to Israel and they learn a lot of stuff.
It's like the pinnacle of CCJDS is the Israel trip. And I'm gonna be able to bring back memories and stories, but also the cultures of Israel.
My brother went to the Israel trip, and then I'm really excited to go too.
They're learning about Israeli history, they're learning about Israeli geography, they're learning about climate and culture and population. They're learning about both the historic and the modern state of Israel.
It just really is a culmination of all the things that they study.
You know, we're learning the language, and we're learning about, you know, how do you order food at a falafel stand, and how do you bargain at the shuk.
They know that they have this really important piece in kind of the chain of tradition in our school to also represent CCJDS and our American Jewish family in Israel and bring back pieces of that to our community.
We really embrace our connectedness, that we're one family. And all of our differences are just what make us interesting, and we value that so much. So I think our students, as they go out in the world, are going to be great leaders, because I think they're going to carry forward that appreciation for what every human being brings to this world, and that desire to connect with other people and together to make the world a better place.